Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. In more slackjaw readings, Donald Trump and the January 6th case with Judge Chutkan and Jack Smith. Trump's lawyers have appealed to Judge Chutkan's rulings and on Thursday asked for an automatic stay of all district court proceedings in this case pending the final resolution of his recently filed appeal. Okay, so they're asking that everything stop, pretrial motions, defense disclosures relating to trial defenses, evidence, SEPA hearings, jury selection, etc. What's amazing is the Trump team said that they will ignore any of the upcoming deadlines regarding those items. And quoting from the filing, all current deadlines must be held in abeyance until, at a minimum, this motion is resolved. President Trump will proceed based on that understanding and the authorities set forth herein absent further order of the court. Basically, they're saying, well, Judge, we're going to have to agree to disagree, and until you tell us otherwise, we're not participating. Joyce Vance, who you've seen on MSNBC or CNN as a contributor, commented about that. And her quote was, Trump has moved to stop any further proceedings in his D.C. prosecution while he appeals the rulings against him. My favorite bit is where his lawyers say that they'll assume everything is stayed until they hear back to the contrary. She ends, to be the judge who gets to respond. The arrogance is off the charts. Oh man, Judge Chutkan. I hope she gives a measured response, but the outrage, the arrogance, the audacity of saying that. Oh man. Oh, this will probably be it should be a spicy reading. I'm sure Spirit will give me a straight up reading, but man, oh man. Entertainment purposes only, and may we be entertained. What's going on with this? Judge Chutkan's case, this request, how is this going to impact things? What's going on? Let's find out. Okay, you know what this is? Trump. This is Trump telling his less than capable lawyers of what to do and how to do it. His lawyers, for whatever reason, accommodate him. This is the type of stuff that should cause lawyers to get lawyers and causes lawyers to get disbarred. This is pure 100% Donald Trump. Yeah, this is Trump holding his lawyers hostage. Literally, I won't pay you if you don't do everything that I tell you to do. And they feel like they're stuck, like they have to adhere to what their client is saying. The problem is he is barking at the moon cray right now. This guy is just off his mental faculties, and I really do wonder if at some point he will be forced to undergo some type of psychiatric evaluation. It's long been suggested that he would use that as defense, that he shouldn't go to prison because he isn't psychologically able to stand trial. But that, I think, would also open him up to being put into a mental health facility for his own safe care. And that would kind of resolve the issue of, we want to see Donald Trump in prison. Oh, no, he's not healthy enough to stand trial. We're just going to put him in this mental health facility, this mental hospital for the rest of his life where we will never hear from him again, type of thing. Yeah, he's barking at the moon crazy. He's crazy if he thinks this is going to work. And it's not necessarily that he thinks it's... Actually, he does. He thinks this will work, that he gets to call the shots. His lawyers are crazy for going through with it. In the past, we've got the star card. Donald Trump's star has fallen. He has fallen big time. And I think... it kind of in his own world, he is a star. He's the number one player in his world. He gets everything that he wants whenever he wants it. big, powerful, wealthy man, gets he can bankrupt companies 6 times in a row and still gets money. He gets his Eastern European babes and adoration from all sorts of people. He just came up aces, always landed on his feet, rolling aces or drawing aces, always on his feet. This is part of his plan. I don't know what the plan is, but this is his doing. His lawyers are carrying out his wishes, his desires, his actions. And again, this is all just to delay the trial. Look, his plan is, he was the president of the United States before. He wants to be the president of the United States again. And he's just trying to delay these cases long enough where he can become the president, appoint his own attorney general, and make all these things go away. Overarching is a betrayal, heartbreak, backstabbing. It's not being done with any honor at all, or any legal reasoning. But I think what this is the judge. This is like going in for the killing blow on the judge. The judge, again, also with this, the judge has to rule on this, and this is the ultimate backstab. Not necessarily for Trump, but the attorneys. The judge may have some choice words for Trump, but his attorneys, oh man, they have to be better than that. And I don't think she's going to spare the whip when it comes to the attorneys on this one for filing this. I think, now that we get the 6 coins, will there be a compromise? No. Will there be, I think that's what they want. Can you just throw us a bone here, a little crumb? Can you delay things a little bit? No, I don't think she's going to delay things at all. And honestly, I think sanctions are coming for the attorneys. It may not happen because at this very moment, but I think when sanctions can be leveled against attorneys, they may very well be leveled against those attorneys. If Trump doesn't show up for the court dates and the such, she may take extreme action, let's say. What happens when a witness doesn't show up for their court date? You and me, if we don't show up. There's a warrant out for us, right? May not happen the first time, may not happen the second time, but at some point, the court will be done playing our game, and they'll put a bench warrant out for us, and if we get picked up by the police, we will have our butts dragged right into court. That's the track that Donald Trump and his attorneys are currently on. They're bucking for a bench warrant. Out comes the Page of Swords. All right, what do we got? Again, I think I don't think this is Judge Chutkan having to back off a little bit. It's possible. I think this is more, again, talking about the lawyers and the foolishness of their decisions, the rookiness. The reason why I'm saying the lawyers is because we have the Eight of Swords here, which I attribute to the lawyers as opposed to the court case in general. He's trying to take the court case up too. I think, again, the lawyers and the court case will proceed, but there's diminished trust in Trump's lawyers and their ability to legally represent Trump because of these decisions. I'm not quite sure. Now, the pages are messaging. It's about... Honestly, I think there's going to be a big admonishment, and this is going to be like another warning to Trump and his team about their behaviors. It's not the Knight of Swords or the Queen or King of Swords to me, this is no. You're pushing it. You're really pushing it. Skirting the edges of legality and outrageousness, and this is just the disrespecting of the court and the rule of law altogether. And Judge Chutkan has to negotiate that. I would imagine all the other judges are like, it's kind of like holding your breath, waiting for the storm to unleash. And maybe they're just trying to provoke her to get her to lose her cool so that they can claim she's biased, get a mistrial or something like that, get her to recuse herself and get another judge in there, lather, rinse, repeat. Delay, delay, delay. Okay. Now, following up, because of course we're going to follow up, right? How does Judge Chutkan rule on this? Will she keep her cool? What's the energy with how she responds to this request, demand, victory? I think she's going to come out on top. She knows what she's going to do. She's not going to be baited into a rash decision. She's going to look at both sides of things, look at her rulings, look at the pros and cons of what she's going to say or do. The choice is yours, Donald. You don't show up to court, we'll bring you into court. Remember I said about that bench warrant? The case is going to move on. The case is going to move on. And I think what she's going to tell... Oh, shit. Yikes. Okay. She's going to make things perfectly clear. Who's in charge here? What the repercussions are of not showing up to your court dates. Those are prison bars right there. You don't show up for your court dates, if you don't walk in, we will go out and we will find you and we will drag your butt in, because this court is not going to be delayed by you not wanting to show up. Make your choice. She's going to overrule. She's not going to ignore this. She is going to rule on it in a very strong manner, and she's going to make it really clear that him and his legal team not showing up, not meeting deadlines is not an option. Oh man. Believe me, that Ace of Wands, she wants to use it in the most low energy way. I'm gonna beat that man with that stick. Good God. How will Trump and his legal team respond to... Oh, actually, you know what I really want to know? What's going to happen to Trump's legal team? To me, they've got to be... Oh, they're leaving. This is kind of flipping up. I don't know if they will leave voluntarily, or there's going to be issues for them on this one. There's no way they can avoid these issues. They can avoid these issues by resigning. That's how they avoid them. But what's going to be the long-term consequences for Trump's attorneys on this? They're going to face justice. They are going to face justice. They're going to answer for this, or they're going to have to answer for this. They'll talk about their client, working with their client, trying to represent their client's interests, but at the same time, this could also be like a panel of ethics lawyers discussing what's the best thing to handle with Trump and his attorney. And there's Trump. And willing sacrifices in judgment. Whew! I'm glad I'm not their wall that their law degree is hung up from, because, in the not so distant future, there might be a couple of nail holes in there that need to be patched where that degree, that board certified degree was. there's going to be legal consequences and punishment for the actions that Donald Trump told them what to do. They're lawyers. They are supposed to be working with their client, not being dictated to by their client. And it's not that they were looking at things from a new perspective. Their client did things that they were they were throwing themselves on the sword for. And I think the appeals courts might just allow them to complete the Harry Carey. You want to throw yourself on the sword for your client? Okay. You were working with them. You were doing his things. That's great. You knew that stuff like that could get you disbarred. Guess what? I would not be surprised, even a little bit, to hear these lawyers are sanctioned for this act. And it could lead all the way up to disbarment. Just for incompetence, or, good Lord, just saying that, just filing that to the judge is mind blowing. I can't find the words for it, because I can't imagine how often that has happened. Because by not often, it's like, me winning the lottery. It never happens. And what do you think the judge is going to say? Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. We'll delay everything for you. Don't know why I didn't think of that before. Die. Like, that's going to happen. Sorry, you can see my Bugs Bunny roots here. Yeah, they're trying to piss the judge off. They're trying to get her to say something, and then they're trying to dismiss her. So they delay the court case. And if these lawyers lose their jobs, well, what does it matter? Trump will take care of them. Okay. The case is going to move on. Anything else, Spirit, that you can tell us about this case? We'll end it with this one. What's the next step? What else do we need to know about this case coming up? I think Judge Chutkan is staying on it. She's not recusing herself. She's the woman for the job. And there's going to be more chaos. Again, the hillbilly drunken brawl. She is more than a match for the chaos that Trump and his legal team bring. And, again, they're trying to get her to have an overly emotional response, respond in anger and bias, and she's too measured. I imagine behind the scenes she's livid, but she's measured enough to know what they're going on, and it's not going to give them the victory that they need. She will continue to try and rule fairly. I think this is also just showing that she's going to rule in such a way that her case is not going to be overturned on appeals. She's working with the defense, she's working with the prosecution, and she's keeping the case going forward. Yeah, this case means a lot, and she understands the gravity of it. She is the woman for the job in this case. Everybody's going to get their fair shake on it. As she keeps the case going forward, this to me is like she's keeping her eyes open. She knows that mayhem is always coming, and she's always looking for it. She's always prepared for it. She doesn't know necessarily what direction it's going to come in or what it's going to be, but she's on watch. She's going to keep things close to the vest. She's not going to let go of anything of value in this case. And again, nothing's going to get overturned on appeal with this one. She's going to keep things tight to the vest, keep things buttoned down, and we're going to get through this case. We will get through it. A judgment will be made by her involving this case. Yeah, she's not going to let her emotions get the better of her. So don't expect Judge Chutkan is going away or anywhere anytime soon. As much as the drunken hillbillies want her to go, she's not going anywhere. She's got it under control. She's got her eyes open. She's keeping her eyes open. And this case means a lot. She will take care of business. So, nice try, Donald. Way to throw your lawyers under the bus. Oh, God. Just talk about people flushing their careers away. Well, again, Donald Trump eats away your soul at the edges. And soon enough, he's got you convinced to make bad judgments, ignore your ethics, ignore your morals. Yeah, morals, not morals, your morals. And he just consumes you. He does it with everybody. And it's easy for us to see. But I guess when you're in Trump world, you just think that was those other people and you're somehow special. It just sounds like he sounds like the ultimate in the toxic relationship. And if you look at it, anybody he does this to has been in a relationship with them. Not necessarily romantic, but some kind of political, business, just do me a favor type of relationship. And he consumes them all. He's gluttony personified. Anyways, thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your likes and your shares and your comments and everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so that it promotes my channel and gets it out to a wider range of viewers. To folks that are recently discovering this channel or found me for the first time, welcome to the channel. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.